Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another live stream. I'm Winry and we're here on Breakfastcraft's Peace of Mind server. Nisi is on with me and I think Gizmo is too. Yep, there's Gizmo too. So we have this beautiful, if you've not been watching, this beautiful town coming up. Harbor Town is looking fantastic. I love logging on here and just flying around and looking at everything. Yeah, it's looking fantastic. I have done a bit more of the roof over here. There's a couple of tweaks I need to do, but you can see that the roof is mostly done. I have to fill this stuff in. Okay, quantum quarry. So yeah, this is gonna be... Hello, Katie. Hello, Spopa. Nice to see you both. Hello, pig. Yeah. Then I started with a bunch of chests. Hey, Darkwing. I've got all the colors here, and I've started putting the flowers in here that match those colors. Currently, I'm going by what dye they produce. Some of them I was a little like, I'm not sure about daisies, or because they're white in color but they produce light gray dye. I think that's just because they didn't want you to get bone meal from them. So I'm still trying to decide exactly on those, and I don't have all of them, just what I've been collecting at the time that I've been slowly putting in here. I'd like to get a stack of each of them if possible, but one of each is a good start. So that we've started collecting the flowers for our floral greenhouse. And so that is what I've been doing. I've also done some mining between streams. I logged on for a few hours and just went to town digging up everything. You can't play Modpacks on carpenter's blocks? Well, you're gonna be limiting yourself then, but that's up to you. Do I have anything in here? Not at this time. So I've done some rearranging here. This is down into my mine shaft. And then I've got blocks upon blocks and items and things. Okay, so here's what I did when I went mining. I collected these things. Yes, alchemist, but I'm not that crazy. And yeah, these are chisel and bits, but you don't have to manually do each one. That's what this is for. A chisel design. It's copy and paste. You do one, which I've done right here. Then you just copy and paste. Click, 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 and it converts it. I had to do this part manually, so it's not perfect, and it's really hard to see with the white glass, but there's a couple of divots and marks that aren't quite right. You can kind of see them. I'm not going to be picky about that. I'm just gonna roll with it. I'll probably be covering the corner, this little bit up with some vines or some little bushes or whatever to let it have some overgrowth. So no, not concerned. Yeah, you forget the chisel stuff. The templates are definitely useful. Hey Nisi. So what are we doing today? Today we are going to work with Immersive Engineering. We're going to get ore doubling going in there. Now, Nisi does have extra utilities ore doubling set up. Just a basic setup over there. That's cool. I'm going to do Under IO in here. We work together, and oh my goodness, look at what she's been busy doing. Gizmo's added some really cool gears in the wall. That's really neat. Anything up here maybe yet? I don't know what's going up here yet, and I need windows. I need to add windows. You're going to search for Mesa biome to set a new biome marker? Oh, for gold. What do you need the gold for, Nisi? So we should probably place these. And we have a windmill also. I should build one or replace that one. But that one's running the Better with Mods sawmill, I think. The death trap. Yeah. So we got that. Okay. I need to see if I have an Immersive Engineering manual. And get started. Making magical and ultimate speed upgrades. Max out all extra tools too. Oh. Anyone know if there's an Immersive Engineering manual somewhere in the workshop? Probably not. I might need to make it. Oh, it's just a lever and a book. I'm pretty sure we could do that. Book. And a lever. Oh. Go for it, Nisi. And then for the Immersive Engineering, I think in this version there are hologram projectors in this version? Or was that from Immersive Petroleum? Looks like Immersive Petroleum. Thank you! Thank you so much, Nisi, for the book. Yep. Okay. So, for those of you who may not be familiar with Immersive Engineering, it is kind of a steampunky tech mod. It has large multi-block structures that perform a whole bunch of things for you to tech up your base, and it has a power system and power distribution and item moving and power fluid moving. So it's got a lot of stuff in it. A lot of stuff. It works really well with your steampunk builds, even with your medieval style builds, just because of the color palette that's been chosen for the blocks. Solignolias. I don't know how to spell it. Solignolias, I believe, are the flower that stop magnets. So what we need to do, what we're going to do, is get into probably the heavy duty machines. Automated workbench. Yeah. We need the crusher and the arc furnace. Those are the two that we need. The crusher will take ore and turn it into dusts, and then the arc furnace will smelt really, really fast. Now, these are large machines. That we're going to be working on. We're going to start with the crusher. You can see here how big this crusher is. The crusher is 5x3, which I've got this laid out in a 5x3 the way I want it. And here it'll tell you what we need for it. We need 10 steel scaffolding, a redstone engineering block, 10 light engineering blocks, 8 steel fence, and a hopper. We need steel, essentially, a lot of it. So to get that, Nisi has already made a blast furnace. I do not think it's the improved version. Oh, speaking of that, I don't think I've changed this to the right mod pack. Let me look real quick.
Yo, what's going on?
Nope. Playing a piece of mine. just a minute. This is something I forgot to do. There we go. Now when someone asks, I should be good to go. Katie, we are playing Peace of Mind. It is a peaceful difficulty pack for 1.12.2 modded Minecraft. So we've got a blast furnace right here. He's got it buried. And we need to make some coal coke, which looks like he has done. We need to make some steel, which is putting iron in there. Is there any in here perhaps? No. We need to grab some iron. I know that we have iron production, so I'm not concerned about using iron. Where the iron went, I don't know. It was right there. Did it get relocated somewhere?
Yo, what's going on?
Oof. This is acting quite fun. Gizmo's dancing in front of me. Move to a compacting drawer at the back of the warehouse. Thank you, Nisi. Compacting drawer. So we'll grab a stack of this. It's gonna take a while, so we'll work on the other bits and pieces of construction that we're gonna need. But this is some of the infrastructure you need in order to make these machine parts. So, looking at this again, steel, scaffolding, I believe is all just steel. And what we need is the Immersive Engineering variety. Yeah, it's steel rods and steel ingots. Steel rods are made like this or in the metal press. So we've got that we can tackle once we have some steel. And then the Redstone engineering block. We need one of these. The recipe gives you two, so we'll need one for the arc furnace and one for this one. Copper, iron, and redstone. That is definitely craftable currently. So we'll get the things we need for that. And I'm going to head along this back wall. We said it was in a compacting drawer. There it is. We need 4 of these. We need 4 redstone, which I'm not sure where they're storing the redstone in this place. There it is. And we need a piece of copper. Are you copper? Yes, okay. Alright, there we go. So we have the redstone engineering block. The next bit of crafting we need to do is light engineering blocks, which are these. Which is the orange, which need a whole bunch more copper, iron mechanical components. We need to make some iron plates. So we'll have to do that without the metal press. We don't have a metal press. We can actually cast them, huh? Alright. And then let's go grab more of the iron. And Nisi said a plate mold is made, so we will do that. Where's the plate mold? I don't see a plate mold, Nisi. Je ne sais pas. There is no plate mold. That is an ingot. Around the back. Oh, you have it. I see. Okay, so let's calculate how many of these we need. 2 per for 2, so it's 1 per block, and we need 10. We need to do this 5 times, and we need 4 for the 1. Um, I don't know why I paused there. Duh. I was thinking of other things as well, so that was... Put that in there, get them melted. And is this automatically? No, it's off. Okay, good. The one we want is this one, yes? I really don't see a clock. Make these go. Where is there a clock somewhere? Just the levers. You need a clock. Oh, it is running. Okay, there it goes. Alright, so we need to do this across the middle. And these... Oh, we're gonna need to craft the components first. Controls the transfer nodes and drain. Ha 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 ha! Understood. Alright. Put that in there. I think we're gonna need to grab some more copper. Are they in the corners? Oh, they're in the corners. There we go. That's what we need. So, what else do we need while that is going? We need steel fence, waiting on steel, 9 hoppers. So we're gonna need to make some chests. And that. There's 5. That only gave us 5? Really? What was I thinking? I need 10. And then, so we've got that. That'll give us 4. Woo! Okay, so let's do the chests. We need 9 chests. I need a whole bunch more iron. Gotta ask him if he's got his pig bouncing around, because I'm going to be using a lot of iron. I'm still plugging away at this. You need to stop being so chatty, right? Just lazy. Lies. You're not lazy. Alright. Need more copper. Go grab another stack of copper. I'm terrible at counting resources, if you haven't guessed. I'm terrible at going, oh, I need this many resources to make these items. I've never been very good at that. It's probably why I do tend to rely on auto-crafting so much, because then I don't have to think about it. I'm going over here, because I think I have a few more. I think this will do it. Need more plates. Yeah, that sort of thing. There's 8. There we go. Got 10 of those. Now we need the hopper, the 9 hoppers. 9 hoppers. And now we're just waiting on steel, I think. We have 9. Yeah, there's no use for it. We should, there's no use for it. Okay. Can we make any of the steel stuff with this 9? How much do I need for steel fence? Let's do that. Make a couple of steel. Oh. How many steel scaffolding do we need? 10. So we need one more recipe of that. And then we also need fencing. These 4. So let's do one more recipe of this for the scaffolding. So there we have the steel scaffolding, and we're just waiting on fencing, right? You can see with the required materials, things are checked off, meaning you have them in your inventory. 8 steel fence. How many does it make per recipe? Um, 3. So I need to do this 3 times. That's gonna take a while. Okay. While we're waiting for that, let's start constructing this. So, looking at this, you can see it goes really fast. You can pause it. We're going to do right here. We've got 6 scaffolding here, and then this wraps around this section. This is what we're going to work on first, is the bottom layer. Okay. There, and then these 2 here, and then we do the scaffolding. Alright, so there's layer number 1. Layer number 2, there's more in the back, 1 in the middle, 1 in the front. 1 in the middle, 1 in the front, and it also had the engineering block, and I think that was right here. Yep, engineering block. Now, the rest of this area in here is fences that we haven't made yet, right? Yes, fences all the way around, then hoppers on top of the fences. So we are just waiting on steel for that. We should start looking into arc furnace because that's going to require a lot more steel. So maybe I should have made some of this stuff before I started streaming, right? So Nisi, where's your quarry, Nisi? Let's check that out while we wait for... Aha! You have it set up as Mesa Plateau. Yep. And you're tossing all of this stuff. You like seeing the process, Boozy Gamer? Well, I could have made a couple of pieces of steel, but now we're having to wait for a lot of steel. You're really struggling with the power, Nisi. What do you have for power? Just these furnace gens, which I mean is doing a good job, but you're using red coal. Currently efficiency boost is 80%. So in order to get it higher, how do you get it higher? Making more upgrades. Max upgrades 64. Do you... Oh, I see. I've never put the upgrades in there to know. Upgrade. It's these right here. What's the difference between magical and ultimate? Okay, you just answered that question for me. Okay, well, good to know. So, alright. Getting there. Gonna have ourselves a crusher. Okay. The arc furnace is another machine, and we'll show you that while we're waiting on steel. It is a very large machine. It is 5 by 5, but it's also like 5 tall. It's really tall. As you can see, it's being built here. It requires a lot more steel, and it's going to take us longer to make. We may not even be able to finish it tonight since I don't have a whole lot of steel. And I probably should upgrade the blast furnace so that it goes faster. Do we have room for it somewhere? Probably on the second floor. This is gonna be, I'm gonna make a stairway down to the basement level. We put the blast furnace up here, no problem. Alright, I think we might do an upgraded blast furnace with the next bit of steel we need. The blast bricks that we are currently using are these, and we need to do the reinforced, which requires a steel plate per blast brick. So, we may want to make a whole new furnace so that we don't dig up the one Nisi put in here. Yeah. So what do we need for this? We need nether bricks, regular bricks, and blaze powder. We need that 9 times. Let's make sure that there aren't any. There's blaze and nether brick. The E didn't work. Another brick. Need more than 9 for the improved. I need 27 blocks, and each one makes 3. Improved blast furnace. Nope, it's 3 tall with a hopper. Three tall with a hopper. Yep. Get those going. Let's put this in there. And we will need to make the preheaters. For sure. We have regular brick. We have 5, so we're gonna need to make some brick. Clay balls. Ah, furnace is busy. Let's take you off. He's gonna go poof, but he's wearing, you've got stuff just floating around you, bud. There you go. Okay, so my bricks. There's the steel. We need to make these. Nope. It is not a private pack. You can find it on the Twitch launcher. Two more and we're good. So we need 4 more steel to finish this. So, yep. I need a crafting table in here, I think. Crafting table would help. I have to keep coming out here and using Nisi's stuff. Last, this is the one we're making. There's 5. So we need more clay. And another brick. That's not what I wanted, the blazing wood. I aim for creative mode in survival. Do you? Okay. More blast bricks. We don't have the clay because I grabbed. Doggone it. We here at Angry Eyebrows think that if it isn't overkill, it isn't it. Well, guys, my next door neighbor is doing his her lovely making her dog sing. Okay. There we go. We have 27. Now we just need a bunch more steel, more than we currently have. We need 27 steel. One more after this and we'll be able to finish the crusher at least. Yeah. Alright, so while we're waiting, let's take a look at what else this mod has in case you're unfamiliar with Immersive Engineering. There are a whole bunch of things that you can take a look at. There are ores, you can do alloying, you can make plates, so if you don't have a tinker smeltery. It provides hemp, which you make cloth out of. There's a coke oven, which I showed you down there. An alloy kiln I've never ever made. Simple furnace made out of heat resistant bricks. Alright. Never made an alloy kiln. Must be new. Really cool. We'll have to make one. Electrum and Constantin without requiring the tedious mixing of dusts. See, that's yes. So we're using the crude blast furnace. That's this block right here that's built into the ground. We're going to upgrade it to the improved blast furnace as soon as we have the steel for that. And then there's a bunch of crafting components that we've been using in order to make this stuff. As far as construction, there's a bunch of crafty blocks. So we'll get to those eventually. There's tanks to hold liquids and silos to hold large quantities of items. So if you want something that looks more interesting, yeah, tanks too. Then you've got those options. There's lighting that you can do, wired lighting, and then here's the power wiring and generators. The power generation that is available to you is water, wind, thermoelectric, that means temperature differentials, diesel generator, and a lightning rod. I've never used the lightning rod, but I have used all the others. Diesel generator is, in my opinion, the best, simply because once you have the infrastructure, it can produce over 4,000 RF a tick. So you can get a lot out of that. I haven't really used any of the tools, but there's a gun, there's a revolver. The jerry can is like a tank, a portable tank for liquids. And then we're working in the simple machines. No, we're working in the advanced machines. So there's conveyor belts. That's the item movement. Item routers, fluid routers. I have never used the turntable. Some of these things are new for 112, which is why I've never used them. Garden cloche. This is like a This is a 9x9 farm in one block, essentially. And it's awesome. Let's see. Turrets for fighting enemies. Razor wire. Assemblers, bottling machines if you like to make a whole huge batch of potions. Automated workbench. This assembles an item. Okay, so this is automated assembly of one item. Sweet. That's cool. Never heard of that before. And then we're working in the heavy machinery. The improved blast furnace is what we're working on. We're also working on the crusher, and we'll be working on the arc furnace eventually. There's also a mixer, which is this part of dissolving solids and fluids together, stirring them together. I remember. Yeah. Most commonly used for mixing a fluid concrete from water, sand, and gravel. 1 part clay for the creation of potions from water and of various ingredients. Never used this one before, so that'd be interesting. Squeezer and fermenter are part of the process of making the biodiesel. That goes into, there's a refinery. You make the 2 raw products from the squeezer and fermenter, put them in the refinery to make the biodiesel that goes into the biodiesel generator. And then excavator is how you do mining in immersive engineering. It is a very large machine that you create, and it'll dig up minerals in veins that are inaccessible by normal mining, so you can't see them in the world. They dig up what you can't see. And you have to do it, I think it's per chunk or per every 3 chunks. You have to run a sample, a little fancier. So, yeah. There we go. We have reviewed that. What do we got here? 5. Start. This will help us finish our crusher. And now we just need to put the hoppers on top of these middle areas. Alright, and then we need the hammer, which I don't know if I have. Need an engineer's hammer. Let's see if there's one in here. Hanging up, perhaps. I do see one. Keys. There we go. Nisi's got all the things. All the things. Why make another one when you just can use the same one everyone else has been using? Oh, there's glass. I didn't know that. Okay. Alright. Now, use the hammer on the crusher. Where? Right-click the central block of the front. The front is the wide side of the structure, which is a light engineering block at the bottom. So this is the front. So we should be able to click there, and there you go. Now is a crusher. And it has power input here. This is the power input. This is the item input, and do not fall in there when it has power. You will get chewed up. The output is in the front, right here, I believe. There it is. Output is right here. Maybe we should have rotated that, so that it can go into the arc furnace. I don't care. I'm not that picky. Not that picky. And then this is the redstone control, so you can turn it on and off. It does give out a neat death message. Yes. Mm-hmm. All right. So to make these plates, that got 7. Do the improved blast furnace. Let's go up here, and I think it would work well here. And then we'll have room for the preheaters. It needs power. All of these things are going to need power. And the only power we have coming into the building right now is this little one right here. It's only running the little water mill we have out there. So it's very low power. We will need to get decent power in here. I was gonna look into extra utilities, generators, figure out one that can produce a whole bunch. Maybe we could do a bunch of lava gens, since he has automated lava. Where do you input the lava? How did you fill this giant tank full of lava when... You just don't see the input for the lava tank. Is that the input? See how much lava there is in there? There is 568 buckets. I think this is infinite. This will just make lava forever. Don't remember though. Oh, you probably need to supply it with magma blocks. That's right. And those I don't know if are craftable in this pack. Magma, they are craftable. Alright, and that just requires blaze powder and slime balls. These things we can get. Yep, that's not a problem. So we're good there if I wanted to do lava gens. Alright. Definitely need power. We need a power center. Like a big old power plant. That's the word. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm sitting here going, I know there's a word for this building. We need a power plant. We need a power plant. It would be nice to have the power plant near the factory stuff that we're using. Maybe. See, it's funny to you guys too. I'm sitting here going, you just need to set up a slime farm and a blaze farm. Alchemist, I'd like to remind you, we're playing on peaceful mode. Peaceful. So maybe we can get a power plant back here somewhere. You think? Ah. Yeah, no, there are ways to get what we need. Like the blaze powder, we can actually get from... How do we get the blaze powder? There we go. Compressed netherrack gives us blaze rods. Yeah. See, he's faster at typing it than I am. I'm still thinking it would be a fun challenge to make a rainbow gen. What do you think? Oh God. I was not able to get any dragon's breath. Oh. Did you click the end stone or up in the air? Well, it's always going to be a pain to craft. Here's the rainbow gen. It is these two pieces put together, which is all the other gens with a resonating crystal in the middle. And the way the rainbow gen works is you need to have all of these other generators running. Well, shoot. Breath. We should open a ticket. Oh, sure, if you can kill it, I can try to collect breath. I can't kill it. I'm terrible at fighting. I'd rather avoid him at all costs. Well then. I'm willing to give it a go tonight if you'd like. So can make bets on how easily Nisi will die while you are collecting breath. I'll probably die. I'm you know, not wearing anything. I'll have to get stuff. Apple seeds. We can do it after I feed the kitties. Do you have any backup gear I can wear? Alright, we're gonna try to clear it in a bit here. I'm in the warehouse. Good to know. So, I am going to... There's the gear back there. I am going to, clear my inventory a bit. And get ready to fight an Ender Dragon with Nisi. See if getting Ender Dragon's Breath is possible at all. We're gonna probably need to either get bottles. There's 9. I'm gonna need to get as many as possible. 9 glass. Let's just fetch the glass. He's got glass. There we go. Whoop. Got a stack of bottles. So that is probably one of the harder items that we need to do for a rainbow gen is the Dragon's Breath for the halitosis generator. So that is why we're going to try and get that. Put that in here because I need it for these things. I also need the armor. And we're gonna keep the long fall boots because they have more. Put that on. And what is enchanted on these? Thorns, huh? Fascinating. Alright. I am going to take a quick 5-minute break, folks, feed the kitty cats, and when we come back, Nisi's going to show me where the end is, because I've never been there. And, we're going to watch him kill a dragon slowly, so I can try and get Dragon's Breath. Be right back. Don't go anywhere.